December 9th. Um, yeah, I just had a few thoughts I wanted to share with you after going in. I don't have Wi-Fi really in my RV, so that's where I am right now, in my cozy little RV. And so I go into the house occasionally in the evening and go to the washroom, check Wi-Fi, have a bath, whatever I'm doing in the house, chit chat with Old and Smoky Spice. But tonight it was really interesting because I went on my Facebook chat and my son's looking for a cat. So it got me thinking about getting a little kitten. I'm not gonna lie, there's some pretty cute cats out there. Regardless, there I am, and I've been reposting, as usual, a lot of Queen Romana's posts, and there's a lot of people on my Facebook who's like, I don't believe in her, blah, blah, blah. And this has been going on since uh, Queen Romana's been around, so on Telegram and whatnot. So, but today was kind of interesting, and because I know there's been a big shift with people who are not, uh, who weren't in the same level of consciousness as where a lot of we have been in the past year and a half of information or guessing or whatever. I just call it guessing and opinions at this point. Like, I don't think we know diddly squat, but we're about to. But anyways, this person said, I don't believe in that whole Queen Romana thing, but the more I look around, I hear military planes and things going on, and there's a whole pile of stuff going on. And uh, I was just like, oh, okay, well, this is good. Like, I'm not really worried about anybody's timelines. I'm actually so disconnected from so many things going on in what's about to go down and when it happens. It's like I made a video a little while ago about tapping into the actual what's after the emergency broadcast instead of what's the actual event or when it's going to happen. Like, we have no knowledge of when it's going to happen. And so I think we are supposed to be co-creating the actual stuff we're doing afterwards. So this woman chit-chatting about the military, she's not the only one. There's other people, like here in our little town, one of the ladies at the store is like, oh yeah, there's military operations going on, and she's wearing one of these, and her employer's thinking about JB in her arm, and she's like, NO, and I'm like, do not do that, and yada yada yada. So there is a shift, a big shift, and I think it's going to come to a certain point where there's more people who know that there's something's up and not right, and it'll come through in like conversations of like Old and Smoky Spice went to their friends last night, and one thing led to another, and it was just one red pill conversation, and that's how it has to happen. Like, you guys, like, well, who owns this and who owns that, and well, where did that come from, and why are they saying this? And so you're asking people to kind of tap into themselves a little bit more. And I think that's where the people who weren't picking up what we were sniffing last year, now are like, whoa, wait a second. So the other thing is I want to make a video about a cafe here in my town that's getting a little bit of grief, but anybody who knows me knows what place I'm talking about. So if you come through our little town, go to our favorite cafe, and they're only open from Thursday to Saturdays right now. I love them very much. But yeah, so we need to stick together, all the restaurant owners, all the people who, ooh, look at all this, are having a lot of difficulties. Now it's the time to stick together and unite in love and education. Love and education are where it's at. So unconditional love especially. So as you can see, I'm like shuffling the cards because I haven't done one for a long time. Ooh, this one's busy. And I have a feeling, look, I got a couple sticking out here. I'm going to pull 4. And by the way, today, the reason why I was doing this video is I wanted to tell you I saw 4 deer today. Yes, it was magical. Yay. Now I got 4 cards. If one of them's the deer, I'm going to laugh. So I just saw 333, 444, 555 on here. Okay, we got the spider, which is creative. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I know I shouldn't be. It's kind of hard on my eyes in nighttime. So it's creative projects, and the Earth Fairy, which is physical health, grounding, and foundations, and burden, number 43, and partnership. Ooh, look at all these. Busy. Actually, I have been doing creative projects. I wanted to show you. I wanted to talk about this Queen Romana portrait that I did. And I'm talking about it very humbly. I'm just letting you know. This isn't to generate more art business or anything like that. Okay? Firstly, when I was drawing that picture, it was like she was shape-shifting. And I'd go to look at something and it would change. And I was like, wait a second. And so it took me a little bit longer to finesse it. And it's still not like, it isn't where I love it. But since I was kind of wanting to post it for her birthday, and now she reposted it, like I'm super grateful and super humble about all the compliments and all the things that people have said. This is what's happened though. Like the pictures blinked for people, and not just one, but 2. And I'm wondering if it's happened to anybody else. But I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's, because I took it in the middle of, like, it was kind of bad lighting. So maybe it, yeah, it looks better in person, I think. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it'll come up okay, but, oops. Can you guys see it there? So it looks a little bit better on camera. But I'm wondering if I'm just going to hold it there and see if it, I'm like totally mesmerized by, I didn't see it blink. But like I said, she was jumping all over the page and I'm like, I don't know if it's my eyes or what happened. But yeah, so maybe that's what's happening. The matrix of 3D is crumbling and it's interlocking and weaving with the 10D reality and DNA X. She did blink for you? Oh my goodness. I do believe her. I do believe her, David. You know why I believe her? Because last year I had a lot of, I don't know, dreams, visions, insights, intuition, where I would be talking to people about what I would thought was going to happen with our currency. And how it came up was, I just think for some reason I keep picturing this really kind looking Asian lady sitting behind a desk. What I was picturing was her in her brown suit, and she would just shake our hand and know everything about us. So what she's done is she's activated a lot of people's I ams within themselves. Like they think, yes, we can help each other, or and I believe she reads our intuition. So kind of like in the vibrations that we don't recognize right now because we've been living in a 3D world. But the more I research and the more I open myself and sit in silence and connect with source, the more I do feel connected. And it's in a very humbling way. It's like we are all one. I am you, you are me. Oh, and I gotta show you something else after I do this card reading because I found this awesome book. You guys are gonna be blown away. So I got to go grab it. So I'm going to read these really quickly. So the spider reminds you that you have within you the gift to create meaningful, purposeful work. Within you is an artist waiting to be expressed. Ha. That's true. Think about this. Do you write in a journal each day? Do you draw, paint, cook, or play music? Do you realize that everything you do on a daily basis is an act of co-creation with the divine? Oh my goodness. The spider signals that it's time to be aware of your responsibility for the creations in your life. You're welcome. You're effing welcome, is what I used to say. Maybe you need to rethink an issue and apply your inner artist to find a solution. If you're unhappy with anything, ask yourself, how can I create a better, more productive, and loving experience for myself and others? Whether you see yourself as an artist or not, you're always co-creating with the divine. You are the architect within your own happiness and fulfillment. What life are you building? Don't just sit there. This is your time to create. Oh, it's 11:11. So that's what it was basically saying. What I was saying earlier is that it is your time to co-create what you're tapping into in your I ams. That's ultimately what that card was pretty much about. And the Earth Fairy is about, says, pay attention to your health and all things pertaining to your physical body. Perhaps you need to exercise or pay special attention to your diet. Are you getting enough sleep? The Earth Fairy reminds you to indulge in your senses. It's good to revel in the sensations of your body. The sensual world is an important part of the path to Avalon and must be honored. When the Earth Fairy appears, she reminds you to get into your body and out of your head. Don't spend so much time analyzing things over and over. Get your hands in some dirt, gardening perhaps, walk barefoot in the grass, and remember that your physical self is the house of your spirit, and Mother Earth houses you. Get grounded. Remember, you're part of the living earth. Stay connected. Another message from the Earth Fairy is to make sure the foundations of all you do are solid. Be aware that projects, relationships, business ideas, and families all need to be built on sturdy, steady foundations. The Earth Fairies always helps when you ask. And 43, burden. A lot of people are having some burdens. What burden are you carrying on this part of your journey? Are you transporting those of others out of generosity or codependency? And this is what I want to talk about. People feeling sorry for someone who got the JAB. That is, I believe, a codependent behavior. Just saying. I know I had to break it myself. Is this burden so heavy that it slows you down? This marker asks you to stop and look at your responsibility, your commitments, and all that you bring with you on your journey. Are you clinging to an unhealthy relationship out of fear? Are you taking on the burden of others to prevent them from getting hurt? Do you know that this enables others to avoid learning their life lessons and it doesn't really help at all? It has to do with your soul contract and theirs being separate. Even if you're the mother of that child and they just don't want to listen to you, about how to get healthy or anything. So, anyways, drawing this marker encourages you to release others to their own path. It may be a time for you to ask if you're helping because you like being needed. That's me. I like being needed. If the answer is yes, then the message is truly let go of this burden, for it is born out of self-centeredness. Release the burden of others to the divine. They have their own angels and guides, just as you do. Trust in the divine plan for all. On the sacred path to Avalon, you must be aware that you pack all the essential wisdom tools that you need to chart your course: integrity, kindness, compassion, discernment, discretion, faith, forgiveness, truth, and love are all but some. Once your tools are counted, see if the rest of what you're hanging on to is appropriate. This is the time to leave behind any necessary burdens and let you know that you have the strength to carry what is yours. It's about co-creating, really, your future. So, and that's what the partnership card is too, I think. Anyways, in my opinion. So, the partnership. You're put on notice to seek connection in all things. This is the coming together of ideas, the fulfillment of attraction, the marriage between two people, the harmonious blend of energies. If you're inquiring about a partnership of any kind, this signifies the importance of observing the qualities that this relationship creates as a result of the sum of its parts. There's always much to learn about the choice of partners. When you receive the blessing of partnership on this part of your journey, it's a sign that the object of your inquiry maybe indeed give you what you need. It's a portend of opportunity where the partnership exceeds the potential of the individual. This sacred journey marker reminds you that you're never alone and that there's always partnership with the divine. It's a very auspicious omen. Woo-wee! Okay, I gotta show you guys this book. One sec. Because it's, it's not very far in my motorhome. I'll show you my finds. Ugh. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, first one I'm going to show is Honor of My Mom. Look at this. Butte I picked up. Okay. It's in mint condition. I'm going to show you my favorite picture here. It's just got fab pictures in it. Like fab pictures. It's barely been opened, so I'm going to be careful with how I open it. Okay, where's that picture? Come on, Elvis. Oh, there's a good one. Look at that. Come on. I'm giving you guys all some Elvis love tonight. Okay, where is that one? Heck. Oh, criminy crackers. See, when you want something, it's not there. It's going to be here really close. I just grabbed it out today, and I'm like, that's my favorite picture I've ever seen. And now I can't find it. Oh, for crap. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's with the dogs. There we go. Look at this one on the bottom. Isn't that a cute picture? I'm going to see if I can hold it up a little bit better. But he's with a whole pile of dogs. It shows him with all of his dogs. So cute. Anyways, it says puppy love. Okay, so that was book one. Okay, now I got another one. This one was $1.99. Isn't that a good one? Okay, see, it's got the price sticker on it. It's not in as great of shape. So those were both $1.99. But here's my find of today. Okay, at almost 17 and 17 thumbs up. Encyclopedia. This, I don't even like Star Trek, but I'm going to read you something in here. First of all, it's got warp speed and yada yada yada, bleed da da da, and all of this. Okay, let me show you this page, because I have two of these books now. It's going to be a little blurry. I'll have to hold it out. But it's the 17th letter. This is why it's funny. An immensely powerful and extra-dimensional entity. While possessing near godlike powers, Q also exhibits a childlike petulance and sense of playfulness. The Enterprise D made first contact with Q in 2364 when Q detained the ship, enacting a courtroom drama in which Q accused the ship's crew of being grievously savage. And it goes on, and basically this book explains all of the technology, this is like a gold mine, okay? It explains the objects, the, what they mean, and what, description it is in, and what episode they found it on. So the Pleiades cluster, region of space known as M45, where young planets are located. So this is planet stars and other celestial objects. And then they have the whole thing about warp speed. They have all of the technology. Be jealous, you guys. Like, I was gonna give these books to my kid, and I'm like, nope. I'm like gonna take a good read of them first. Oh, they have all of the, there's some cool pod thing there for transportation. And here we go. They have life forms. Draco lizards, flying lizards, indigenous to Earth. That's in the New Ground, the Next Generation series, okay? Yeah, they have a whole pile. They have the gatherers. They have like Klingons. They tell you where they come from. They're a warrior society. Oh, Klebninian eel. It's a life form Q disliked. Well, there you go. So it's got so much stuff in here. And the other stuff, it describes warp speeds, which I found interesting because Queen Romana also talks about warp speeds. So it's got a whole thing on if how fast it is, how many billions of years it is away. So warp factor 1, it's 1,078 million kilometers per hour. It's 1 times the speed of light. From the Earth to the Moon, it's 1.34 seconds or something like that. So, and then across the whole solar system, 11 hours. So it tells you how fast you can go. Warp factor 9.9999 is 215 trillion kilometers per hour. Okay, like if this stuff is real, then of course you're not going to see something going that fast in front of us. Just saying. Just saying. And then it has, like, for all the really technical people, the warp phase adjustment schedule or adjustment, warp field adjustment, warp field phase adjustment. Oh my goodness. Oh, and look at all these. We've seen some of these before. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you saw her blink too. She blinked, she blinked. Get out of here. I'm so glad. Yay. Okay, I haven't seen her blink yet. I'm so glad other people are seeing her blink. That's amazing. Oh, it just gives me chills all over. Okay, look at this one. Now tell me this is not a cool baller book. Yeah. So, if you're wondering what I'm going to be reading when we have nothing to read and no power. Yay! So I am super excited for everything that's about to come. Yes. So be prepared. Be prepared. And it was just 22:22. So thank you very much for tuning in. This is my cozy little. It's not necessarily the cleanest right now, but I'll give you a little evening tour. I have one of my pieces of metal in there. As you can see, I have a unicorn on my tap. It's quite lovely. There's my bowl of fruits and zucchini. Zucchini's not a fruit. And yes, so, it's so nice and cozy and roasty in here. And I won't show you the upstairs because it's just dirty right now. It's not dirty, but it's not exactly organized. I'm really excited. So I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I do know the consciousness is shifting big time, so don't I told you so. Just go within and resolve those triggers so you're not mad and pointing fingers and doing the whole blame game with somebody. And if you have extra money and you feel like donated, going to the grocery groups, go help a friend. And if you need assistance, go into the grocery group and ask. It's amazing to see how many humans are helping each other around the world. That's what I love the most, is that so many people are activated in their I ams. So it just makes me super, super happy. So I'm glad that the portrait blinked. I think there's something very cosmic going on here. I'm getting goosebumps, ear ringing, like, woo, constantly. Timelines are just converging. I've had the craziest dreams, and I'm like, I really hope these all come true. So, where I am and what I'm doing is just blowing my mind. So I'm just really excited. So I love you guys all. Thank you very much. I am very grateful. I am seriously super, super grateful for all of you that are in my vibration, in the vibration of just love. I love you guys. Take care.